What's up YouTube? It's your girl Tatiana V and I am back with another video. As you guys know, I'm always here to bring you the business gems to level up your business, and today we're going to be talking about raw hair. I wanted to touch on this topic. I had to come put my 2 cents in. So if you are a girly that wants to know the ins and outs of raw hair, should you actually start selling raw hair? Is it a profitable market? Is it a trending thing? Is it going to die out? Then be sure to watch this video to the end. As you guys know, I always bring you guys a secret sauce tip at the end of every video. Secret sauce tip is known to bring my girls some money or help your business grow in one way, shape, or another, okay? So be sure to stick around, and if you guys enjoy the secret sauce, comment down below what you enjoyed about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So if you guys don't know who I am Tatiana V. I have owned an online company for far too long, selling hair extensions. But the truth of the matter is I actually started selling raw hair back in October. And I've heard so much about raw hair for years. But honestly, as of like 2023, beginning of 2023, 2022, it started to get really popular. And I was like, okay, I want to start selling raw hair, but I know that this is a super high grade of hair. I don't want to sell my customers anything. So I tested out raw hair for a whole year. The whole year of 2022, I think it was like 2022 August. Yeah, after I had my baby, 2022 August, all the way up until October, I tested out raw hair and I launched in October. Now, finding a raw hair vendor is not going to be easy, but I will say raw hair is something that you guys should dive deep into research about before deciding to actually sell it. And what exactly is raw hair? So if you guys don't know what raw hair is going to be single donor hair. It is different from virgin hair. As for virgin hair, it usually comes from China. You can also source virgin hair from Brazil, but virgin hair usually is not going to be single donor. Most of the time, virgin hair is mixed with different cuticles of hair, causing it to be processed, and raw hair is not processed whatsoever. Raw hair is not even steamed. It is unprocessed natural hair cut from somebody's actual scalp, which makes it very popular, and it also makes it really hard to get. It is something that is not going to be easy to source. Truth be honest, a lot of people that say they're selling raw hair is not selling real raw hair. As I've already told you guys, I sourced it out for a whole year, and I was running into a lot of fake raw hair, a lot of fake vendors, and the hair wasn't even that good. So that's why I decided to even come on here and give you guys the true gems of the actual industry. Another thing about raw hair is there's absolutely no chemicals included in this hair. It is completely unprocessed. It's literally cut from somebody's head. At most, they wash the hair before they send it to you, but they do not add any chemicals to the hair. As for virgin hair, most of the time they're literally going to add chemicals into the hair to get that silky looking straight vibe, to get those curl patterns, deep wave, water wave, all those different things. Raw hair is not going to be that. The biggest difference between raw hair and virgin hair is also going to be that raw hair is top quality hair. It usually is much more fuller. It usually lasts much longer than virgin hair will ever. Virgin hair is known to last about 3 years. Raw hair can go 5+ years, being worn multiple times, and it can even lift up to 613 because it is completely unprocessed, cut from somebody's hair, single donor hair. It is not mixed with any fibers. Most of the times, virgin hair is mixed with things, causing it to only be able to lift up to that 30 color or like that blondie color, but it's not like 613 blonde. Raw hair is going to be able to do that. It is a higher quality of hair. Immediately, if you guys want to be able to tell if like off bat is this raw hair or not, if my vendor is lying to me or what, is virgin hair most of the time comes coiled in that spiral. I'll include a video, and raw hair is going to come flattened and with clips on it to be able to hold it together. So immediately off bat, you should be able to see, oh, is this raw hair, is this not? I'm going to dive deeper into it actually a little bit later, how you can also see if the raw hair is not raw hair in multiple different other ways. Now, there's multiple different types of raw hair. There's actually not a lot of different raw hair, but there are different types of raw hair, and it can usually be sourced from places like India, Cambodia, Bermuda, Burmese, Burma, however you want to call it, whatever, and Vietnam. The supplier that I actually use for my raw hair is located in Vietnam. I went down into finding somebody who was actually located there. If you're getting raw hair from China, sis, it's not raw hair. Raw hair needs to literally be coming from one of these locations. Another location that you can get raw hair from, I forgot about, is also the Philippines. There's Filipino raw hair as well. It is also great quality hair extensions as well, and it's going to be raw as well. Now, if you're also seeing that you're getting curl patterns with the raw hair, like deep wave, you can immediately know that this hair has been steamed, it has had some chemicals added to it, or some sort of thing. Now, coming into the industry, it's really important to know the ins and outs of what you sell. Girls that buy raw hair are a particular type of customer. And what do I mean by that? One, raw hair is not a cheap product. I was selling virgin hair for years, and I did take a long time to source my virgin hair vendor. And like I said, virgin hair is not bad hair. It's also amazing hair. It's still great quality hair. It is lesser in price than raw hair, but it's still amazing hair. And for years, my girls never complained. I had virgin hair that didn't shed. I actually took some time to find a really good virgin hair vendor. But when I noticed that raw hair was coming on the rise, I wanted to have some integrity behind my brand and making sure that I find a raw hair vendor that I could stand behind, because I needed to know the ins and outs of my product, especially because one thing that we can account for in raw hair is going to be the cost. If I am getting charged a high price from my supplier, automatically I have to charge my customers a high price too, to be able to make a great profit. We're in business to make a profit, so you need to make sure that you're pricing your products the right way to make a profit. If you struggle with actually pricing your products, guys, I created an ebook called The 7 Figures to Build the Secrets. I created an ebook called The Secrets to Building a 7-Figure Hair Brand. I'm going to link it down below, but the reason I'm talking about this ebook is because I detailed about pricing in this ebook a lot. A lot of times, brands, especially hair brands, fail in the hair industry because they do not price their products enough. You want to compete with other people in pricing, and now your products, you're not even making a good profit. You're having too many sales, and you're not winning when it comes down to pricing model. So I included my ebook. It's going to be linked down below. I talk a lot about pricing and budgeting in there for a fact. But when it comes down to the cost, you're going to want to charge a certain amount to be able to make a profit. And I'm not talking about a $50 profit. I'm talking about trying to literally make $150, $200, sometimes even $300 profit on this product. It is possible. Why is it even possible? Because the raw hair industry is a luxury industry, which means that, one, I also notated in my notes that you're going to have high costs for marketing when it comes to this product, because it is a luxury product. Finding your customers is not going, or getting a customer is not going to be as easy as it is to get a customer to buy a $50 bundle, or hey sis, do you want to buy a $150 bundle? It's going to be two different types of ways that you have to speak to both of these customers. So you're literally going to want to market like you're a luxury brand, which means you can't be cheap on your website. You can't be cheap on your actual photo shoots. You're going to want to show up making sure that your hair looks the best. Hair is always looking good in content, etc., etc. You're going to want to make sure that you literally spend the money to make the money in this industry. Also, another thing is with the cost, you're going to want to think about inventory. It is going to be a higher cost to actually get inventory in for this industry, but that's okay, because like I said, it is high profit margins in this industry. But knowing the ins and outs of actually what you sell is going to allow you to be a better business owner. It's going to allow you to be a better hair company owner, like literally being able to know the ins and outs, knowing your supplier, knowing the details, knowing is this steam press, because I'm not saying you're not getting 100% raw hair if it's steamed. That's just keeping it above. But there are some girls that sell steamed hair and textured raw hair. And are their brands doing extremely well? Yes, but the truth about it is they know the ins and outs of what they sell. So it's not like you're selling something that you're clueless about. So I want you guys to constantly do deep research when you're speaking to your suppliers. Make sure you're asking all the questions, seeing how this hair is even made, FaceTiming these vendors, all these different things. I have a vendor book, guys, that I'm going to link down below as well, where I offer you guys my actual raw hair vendor. And I have 5, it's 5 including my raw hair vendor, but I have 5 raw hair vendors in that ebook. Why is it only 5? Like I have like 10 virgin hair vendors. I think it's like No, I think it's like 13 virgin hair vendors and 5 raw hair vendors. Why is it only 5? Because I told you guys I sourced out hair for a year. So I found the good ones and I removed all the bad ones. I wanted to make sure that I actually give you guys 100% quality raw hair vendors that I have actually tested out. But if you get the vendor book, my vendor is number 13. I cannot tell you guys the name, but I can tell you it is number 13. Okay, guys? Now, back to the video. Is raw hair really worth selling? In my opinion, yes. I do think it is a very it's a lucrative market. It's a lucrative type of hair to sell. A lot of girls are getting into it. And the thing about raw hair that's different is the girl that's going to buy raw hair is literally going to understand that this is a luxury market. She's not going to be looking for cheap hair and then thinking about getting raw hair. No, she's looking to spend a coin. But the truth about it as well is she's looking for her hair to last for a long time. So you literally want to have a lot of integrity behind this hair that you're offering. Now, secret sauce tip of the day, drum roll please. If you have gotten this far in this video, go ahead and comment down below, secret sauce. The secret sauce tip is going to be, you need to be mindful not to get scammed by these so-called raw hair vendors. I touched on it a little bit, but I wanted to take the time to dive deep into it. A lot of these vendors have picked up on the fact that raw hair is a new and trending thing. A lot of them want to offer it. They know that it is in demand. They know that girls are spending a lot of money on it. So a lot of these vendors will tell you, yes, I offer raw hair, but they're actually giving you mixed hair. They're actually giving you virgin hair, or they're even clipping it like raw hair, but it's not raw hair. They're taking it out the spiral, clipping it like raw hair, and it's not raw hair. And an amazing way for you guys to test it out is going to be the burn test. It's going to be the neutralizing test. And the burn test is, if you burn the hair, does it turn to ash? If it turns to ash, that is raw hair. If it frizzes up like synthetic hair, that's not raw hair. Another thing is you can easily take a look at the hair. Is the hair mixed with different colors? Like, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but sometimes with hair that's not raw hair, you will look at it and it's like light brown here, gold streaks here. That is mixed hair. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is the neutralizing shampoo test. If you wash this hair and it's coming out pink, then you have chemically processed hair. But if the suds are coming out white, then it is not chemically processed. I've heard people say that, but I have something else. I've heard people say that if the hair is dirty, it is not raw hair. If it's coming out brown, then it's not raw hair. It is a major difference between seeing dye on a hair, which means there's excessive bleeding on the hair when you're washing it, or is the water dirty? And the reason I say that is because while sampling raw hair, I was speaking to my vendor, and I told you guys I did extensive research on hair, and I was like, okay, well, I washed this hair. It feels like raw hair. It's really good quality hair, but the water when I initially washed it the first time is brown. Why is that? And I'm not talking about bleeding dye brown, but brown. And my vendor let me know that, hey, you know that we pay to cut this hair off of people's heads. And so most of the time we do go to, which is a question I noticed that some customers ask, is this hair ethically sourced? Listen, y'all, I learned that a lot of times these vendors go to poor areas in Vietnam, Cambodia, wherever they may go, and they pay people. They don't pay them as much as they would pay somebody in a rich neighborhood, obviously, to cut their hair. So what she let me know as well is some of the time, the truth about it is they don't have access to showers as much as we do, which is why for your customers, you should always be washing their hair prior to. So sometimes their hair before cutting it off can be dirty. It's really important to actually wash this hair. But that is something that a lot of people have a wrong idea about. There is a big difference between dyed bleeding brown water, and there's a difference between dirty hair water. Like, y'all know how y'all be dirty. After workout, you take a shower, your water be light. Anyway, listen, y'all, I just wanted you guys to understand that, and don't fall for the scams. Run the test. Another thing, guys, I have an unpopular opinion. When washing raw hair, it can tend to feel funny. This does not mean you ran into a bad hair vendor. Raw hair is a very thick type of hair. This is really coming from somebody's scalp. So whenever I wet this hair, sometimes it can be really hard to manage when wet. What do I mean by this? I mean that sometimes it can feel like it's hard to brush through, even though it's possible. It's easy to brush through, guys. but sometimes it's really hard. It's more difficult to manage when wet. But once it's dry, this hair is the softest grade of hair you will ever meet, and it's super full. It does not shed, thick to the ends. So literally, like I said, do extensive research on what it is you're selling. Don't just try to jump into the raw hair industry because you want to make a lot of money. Learn what it is that you're selling, stand behind the product that you're selling, and if you have to be like me, test it out for a year before you put anything on the market, sis. I'd rather stand behind what I sell and know the ins and outs of what I sell, because y'all want to know another secret? I don't get bad hair reviews. None of my customers actually come back to me and say that, hey, I don't like this hair. Every girl that wears our hair loves our hair. And that is because I took my time to sell a product that I can stand behind. I didn't just jump into it to make money, although there is high profit margins. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to make sure you guys read the comments or the caption below, because I'm definitely going to provide you with multiple resources to make sure that you can level up your hair brand as well, guys. As always, stay beautiful and blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video.